Hey there, CodeCuber. Good to see ya. Thanks for jumping in so early, and congratulations on first. We are going to be right with you guys just as soon as these Bezos mandated ads play. We're gonna stitch together some little beasties. So that's gonna be fun. See you in just a second. Hey, Garzas. Welcome in, everyone. It is so great to see you all here. Welcome in, Karzas Cuber. Congratulations on first once again. Alamod, congratulations in speaking third. Prodigal Son Games, it's great to see you in here. But this is the great thing about a lot of game dev streams is that you can kind of have multiples open at the same time. I know many people, myself included, tend to do that. So I'm pleased to have you here. Aramis is fine folk as well. I'm honored to be counted among that. We're going to be playing the Corpsmen today and doing some analysis of this. I'm very excited about it. This is such a bizarre concept. I mean, like, it's the sort of thing you'd never see in the AAA space, just from a conceptual standpoint. It is, don't turn 37, my lower back hurts. My lower back has been hurting since I was like 22. No, yeah, aging is, as my parents have said, aging is not for the weak. So, this is the Corpsmen. You may kind of like see the needle and the monster with the stitched up bits, and you're like, huh, I wonder what this is. You can see all these little monsters here. All these cute, adorable little monsters, kind of Donutopia style sort of thing. Exercise, exercise, exercise. Yes, absolutely, Vi, right. That is something that I did not exercise much in my life, and then I went to Mexico for 2 years. And I was walking up and down those streets every day, and the crazy hillsides that they've got over there every day, all day. And it gave me permanent arthritis in my knees. Don't let it happen to you. Ice cream cake for my birthday. How was your birthday, Prodigal? I hope it was a great one. You may see all these cute little Dinotopia-like creatures and say, oh, like, how adorable. We're gonna, like, maybe tame them and go fight the bad guys. No! Nay, nay. We are going to take these cute little creatures, chop them up into bits, and sew them back together for reasons? So that's what we're gonna go explore today. It's a deck building roguelike. I have no clue what to expect here. It's gonna be wild. Very looking forward to it. As we always do, we're going to start off with dissecting this title screen. We've got a classic approach here. We've got the title up front and our typographic logo. There's a bit of a logo, but this is... it was good. Bowling and arcade with the fam. Red Robin and Baskin Robin ice cream. Very nice. Very nice. That is one of the ways that my wife has told me she loves me, is by saying, Joe, I would be willing to go bowling with you. So we've got our logo. We have our options down below. This is all great. This is all fine. You'd expect all this sort of stuff. I really like the typography. We've got this all caps typeface with the drop cap title casing. Very classy. Fits with the kind of setting of this kind of Victorian era Frankenstein type sort of science-based world. I like that, and I think there's even a little bit of texturing on there. No, there's not. There's no texturing. Okay. But this thin weight serif font is very classy, very nice. As always, we could space things out. You know, we could put new game up spaced out with settings and credit and then quit, like down here. But I can understand why they might not have done that, because given the composition of this artwork, quit would probably like be somewhere down here. It would probably be a lot less visible. So they probably needed to just kind of jam it in up here, and that's understandable. We've got our very sneaky Discord link down here. I would appreciate a little bit better of a hover signifier when we hover over that, because it's already pretty hidden. Kind of like a pop you found me sort of thing. Texturing fonts, more spaces, corpse, and killing cute creatures. Right. Listen to me, Joe. Dish B on the test later. Dish B on the test? What dish are we discussing? I don't follow. But we have our foreground, our middle ground, and then our background elements. That's all good. There's something missing from this title screen, though. Something missing. That would be pretty low effort for the team. And I'm curious if anyone can spot it. Because we do this all the time. We've been doing this for a full week now. We see this all the time. What is a very crucial part of the title screen that is missing to really make this feel like a real world? I'm going to give you a few seconds to think about it, and then I'm going to say it. And to say, I better listen to Joe now, since this will be on the test later. Oh, gotcha. No real life money shop. Oh no, Memphis. Menu selection highlight. Never mind mouse. So I actually think the signifier is decent here. We've seen this before, where they have some sort of effect on new game to really guide people to, like some sort of a glow or a backdrop on new game to lead people in. I could see that. A wish list link. But if you already have the game, then you own it, right? This isn't the demo, this is the full game. Yeah, that's right. Give me, we're missing the OnlyFans link, right? Okay, so the thing that we're missing that I am thinking of is movement. We're missing movement. And we see this in tons of really great title screens. Whether it's simple bokehs or smoke or birds flying across, anything to bring a sense of life into this world. This is just a really cool piece of art, but it doesn't feel like it's inviting me in yet. And there's so many cool opportunities for them to do this, right? You could have smoke billowing out of these smokestacks. There's a bunch of haze down here, and this would totally fit the Victorian steam era, right? Of having steam or smoke billowing up over here or coming up from this area down here and up and over the bridge. You could have a little bit of movement in the creature here. You could have dust trailing off of the people that are walking. And like there's so many options, including just simple dust particles flying by, right? So many ways to bring this in. Have birds flying from this, behind this mountain, over to behind this mountain every few seconds. Like, there's so much that can be done to make this feel way more inviting. Lizard on the left should be moving. I could totally agree with that. It would be more effort, because now we have to involve the art team a lot more, instead of just throwing in a particle emitter. But, yes, absolutely. Mostly thinking of console or controller highlights. Completely forgot mouse exists. Yeah. No, you're right, Code the Void. On a console setting, we need something to be default highlighted, right? Absolutely. Around the building and comes back. Sure. Yeah. Kind of. What do I pay them for? So things that I tend to discuss in these critiques is more like low effort, because that's where a lot of us are. A lot of us are solo devs or very small partnerships. So what we need to find are things that are very low effort and very high impact. So that's what I tend to talk about here, but there's a ton of things that could happen given a full team and budget, right? You could have this banner flowing in the wind. You could have this wheel spinning. You could have, even this tarp down here of this shop stall billowing around. There's all sorts of stuff that could be done to make this feel way more alive. Oh, and look at this. We have like this roost here that birds could be flying out of and then just kind of sailing away, or even coming up and then back around or something. And that's when you can start getting into a lot more art of, now how do we not just guide the player's eye towards new game compositionally with the artwork, but compositionally with all of the movement, so that all of that movement doesn't become distracting and lead people away from things, but it guides them straight to where we want them to go. All right. We'll be... Oh, can I bug this out? No? Okay. Oh! Yes! I want it to be both. All right. Decent typography here. Nice little UI stylings with these corner bits. We got the parchment look. We have this kind of metallic inlay in a book. Works just fine. Feels a little claustrophobic to me, but it works just fine. Nice button styling. The highlighting of the, dark to bright works just fine. This bone saw is so, like, what is this world I'm stepping into? Low effort. Record a voiceover from Joe saying, "Click new game." That's that old Simpsons quote, right? We have 3 main advertising arms. We have liminal, subliminal, and superliminal. What's superliminal? Hey, you! Go join the army! Okay! Hey! French Peacock on YouTube. Good to see ya. You had a power outage for 2 days? Good night. Is everything okay? You guys alright? Got the voiceover now. I'll use it on my next game. There you go. Oh, that would be fantastic. I'd love that. All right. Let's dive in here. Fox. Hollow. Oh, I'm at the max character limit. Boo. Character name can't be changed later. Okay. I thought this was a roguelike. Maybe we just, like, made a profile. It's weird that we're, like, making a character that is going to be persistent across everything. Typically in roguelikes, you don't have that type of permanence. Did we merge a raccoon, a bear, and a cuckoo clock together? Yo, we are not the good guys. We are definitely the baddies. Hurricane Francine. Oh my gosh. Good night. I mean, it sounds like everyone's okay, though. I'm glad. Did you have much property damage? Foxgames. At least it's not a foxhole. Finally, a fully registered corpsman. Mother and father would be proud. I like this dialogue box. There's a lot of nice little embellishments here where they're definitely hitting the Frankenstein approach really heavily with the stitching. That is a very strong element, and it's even going into their border style, right? Of having a dashed border instead of a plain border, right? Really bringing in that stitching sort of thing, which is weird because we have this really heavy stitching on top of this really fancy filigree type sort of stuff up here. And actually, I really like this bracing, this metallic bracing that they've put in the corners. I think that really ties it in. I was saying earlier, this felt a little shy to me. Now with this bracing, it feels a lot more like a part of the world. I like that. Time to head to the mess. The mess. Is that this whole world? Just some down tree limbs? Okay, glad to hear it. Glad to hear it, Peacock. My goodness. Hey, congratulations to your sister, by the way. I just heard the news. Absolutely exciting. So we have vellum as a resource. Sure. That's weird. Why is vellum a currency? Hello, Private Fox Hollow, reporting for duty. Interesting with the shadow behind them. So far out and so bright. Oh, look at this thing. These creatures have got to be screaming kill me every single second, right? Dr. Mary Sue? Really? Yeah, we need to, I'm sure we'll be in touch soon to pass our congratulations on. That's it's very exciting. Very exciting for it. Welcome to the Revivification Service Center. But most people just call us the mess. I am Dr. Mary Sue. First day on the job, Private? Yes, ma'am. Private Fox Hollow now. Don't make a man sandwich, and I'll only bother to remember your name if you make it back from your first mission. We are the baddies! Wait, what? Please follow me quickly. There are a lot of enlisted joining us today, so we will have little time for the procedure. The procedure? Yes, ma'am. What? Are you gonna operate on me? Oh, dear. Oh, my God. So, I love this idea. One of my favorite things that I played as a kid was Impossible Creatures, and if you know, you know. But this looks to be something similar, but Slay the Spire. I'm really curious about it. Mochi, good to see you, friend. How are you today? All right, this is your Living Construct Harvesting Index. Here's where you catalog the creature parts you have managed to harvest and bring back. Before you even ask, no, your fellow corpsmen are not things you can harvest, no matter how vile they may be. Okay? Stupid rules. We are not the good guys! Holy cow! Now, if you look carefully here, you can see that the council has 3 creatures cataloged for you to use. So we're picking our starter Pokemon, okay. This is the standard creature combination for all new Corpsmen. This area over here is where you construct your creation. Start with the body, like so, and just fill out the rest like you would your taxes. Pretty self-explanatory. Ma'am, have you filled out taxes before? Self-explanatory is not the word I would use to describe that. Besides extremely tired, I'm good. How are you? It's Friday. Yeah, we're pretty tired as well, but it is great to have you here, Mochi. Yeah, kids were up a good amount last night, so I'm grateful for Casual Friday. Once you're done, just confirm the parts you're using with us and register your adorable abomination. We are not the good guys. All right, go for it. I'll be waiting outside at my desk. Yeah, I hope you're able to wake up, though. Ma'am, I have a... bloody hell. Okay. So each body part does different things and will develop skills as the living construct develops. Right. Okay. Oh my gosh, you're gonna let me do something or not? Each body part will usually have key features like claws, teeth, hooves, or fangs. These features will allow your newly created creatures to unlock different types of moves. So choose carefully what body parts you give them. These features allow your newly created creatures to unlock different types of moves. Okay. I like the card design here. Once again, the UI art is really on point. I'm kind of surprised this isn't a Stitch, right? Since they did that sort of dotted line earlier. But that's okay. This might be a little bit hard to read when we get into the game, but we'll see. Okay. Ooh, I'd like to see what this does on hover. So we have small, medium, large, and poison. Okay. Poison must be like a pretty big mechanic in this game. So is this just graphical? Like, so I can double click. So we're picking a lizard, a wolf, or saber-tooth with a Sodon butt. Sure, we'll go with Sodon butt. Aha, kitty. So if we did like all kitty, this is what we would end up with, right? There we go. So that's that creature. What is the lizard monster? Oh my gosh. What on earth are we doing here? Hope so as well. Wanted to get some gaming in today and I just can't keep focused, nor can I decide what games I'm up for. I understand that. I get that way a lot. Usually what helps me is either just picking something and rolling with it, or doing something else, usually kind of engaging in something physical or creative. Tends to help me out. I'm sure you have your own systems at work. That 5K point redeemed for critiquing your game, would it be in the same sense as this? So the critique, we handle kind of however you would like. It is whatever you would like feedback on, we'll do a deep dive into this. This is kind of a first impressions analysis. Critique is much more geared around what's going to be valuable for you. Does that make sense? I really wish I could tell what this all did. Like, I'm kind of just going at this randomly at this point. Like, I don't know what impact these choices have, right? So that's my main concern right now is this randomized button makes a lot of sense to me because I don't know what I'm really doing about this. But I guess we can just move forward with this guy. It does, yes? Okay, great. Glad to hear it. Got an achievement. It's alive. Create your first creature. 46% of people have this achievement. 54% of people, the majority of people who have started this game have not made it to this point. That is a problem. That is a big problem. That would be like priority number 1 for me if I were put in charge of this game to say like, hey, here, go figure out the UX here, watch people play, and figure out why the crap, and look at our analytics, do everything we can to figure out why 54% of people are not making that first creature. Does it have trading cards? Could be farming cards from bundle included titles. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Is it people who have played the game or who bought it? I think achievement percent is people that have played. Steam achievements include people who haven't played. Achievements from a game that no, that's if you mark your game private. Counts if the player has played, not if they own. So people who refund after 20 minutes or try a free weekend or trial all count. So it's not just people who bought it, it is also alright, we're gonna do Merlin. Monster name can't be changed later. Wow, we were making a permanent monster? What is this flow? Patrick, good to see you. Welcome in. That's something I'd seen a fair bit. People run apps who just launch titles and sit them in main menu. Dozens at once. Wow, that's crazy. I don't think there's trading cards. I'm looking at like the page right now, and I'm not seeing any indication of cards. Okay, so I better make sure to imprint on it some basic skills. Should I go with something more aggressive or defensive? Card type. When you first give life to your creatures, you will need to instill in them 4 basic moves which they can perform. Oh, I want, like, the Monkey King over here. Look at that guy. They're distilled into cards, which you can then use to give commands. So, some awkward writing here. You are instilling in them, and they are distilled into cards. Those two words are a little bit awkward next to each other. There are the 3 types of moves your creatures can learn. Get rid of that There are... Oh, these are the 3 types of moves. Oh, okay. I misread that. That's my bad. Axe that sentence out. Just leave attack. 1, skill, and power. Sure. Very Slay the Spire. First is the aggressive personality. Having them learn and use attack moves will usually make them more aggressive, allowing them to learn more aggressive moves in the future. Okay. Okay. Interesting that we've got, like, the Merriam-Webster dictionary definition there. Cunning personality. Having them learn and use skills will usually make them more cunning, allowing them to learn more cunning moves in the future. So this is an interesting system. So it's kind of Elder Scrolls-y progression for your deck creatures. Interesting. Stubborn personality. Having them learn and use power moves and skills with block will usually make them more stubborn. Yeah, because it's not just learning, it's also using, allowing them to learn more stubborn moves in the future. You can contract ailment cards. Some ailments go away on their own, while others only worsen over time before they finally abate, or worse, are here to stay. You can't know until it's run its course. Oh, jeez. Oh, brutal. You can then remove them at the fugue, but at the cost of your monster's max health. Wow, ailments are hot garbage. Jeez. Now, we do have this, like, double stack, like, ailments, and then ailment, we could probably get rid of that second tag there, but whatever. Okay. Do we give him Chomp? Deal 2 damage, apply 2 weak with the Demon Pig. Sheesh. What is weak? I'm really glad we get that tooltip for weak. You'd be surprised how many roguelikes miss that. Deal 10% less attack damage per stack. Clears on strength or charge gain. Okay. So minus 20% damage. Got it. And that will decrement over turns. Also, I'm just noticing the tail is stitched together halfway through. How long is the tailbone? But also, we have got to get better at surgery. Like, there's no reason for that to have been chopped in half. Like, that is pure mad scientist right there. That's just doing it just to see if you can do it. So we can deal 2 damage. Oh, but it's free. Okay. I don't know what these dots underneath are. Upgrade levels, maybe? Deal 10 damage. Strength is applied 2 times. Let's go for Scratch. That just seems like a good starter, all-around good thing. We got our dotted line back again, and it's very off-center. Once again, just so messed up. Then we have Strengthen. Gain. I like that it has, like, your character's name on there. That's kind of cute. Gains 2 strength. Deal 8 damage, draw a card. Or apply 8 block to all, gain 2 threaten. Must be targeted first. Okay, so become a tank. That's kind of cute. I also wish that I had some sort of inkling of why we are getting access to this. Like, what body part did we attach here that gives us access to these cards? I do like this graphical element back here. That's a neat trick that I actually learned from the Art of Blizzard entertainment book. And the artist talks about, I just started, like, putting circles behind my characters, and all of a sudden everything started looking a whole lot better. It compositionally ties everything in. This is a great thing. If you have just a character standing in the middle of nowhere, put some sort of background circular shape, and it will help. And then as well, just a development thing. It sounds like we have noise emitters on each card. When I do this, it gets pretty loud. So have that noise emitter on the scene instead of the card. And then, or just not, finding a way to not have it be running so loudly, not stacking on top of each other, whatever that solution is. And then noise modulation as well. Because that's very grating. Okay. Sure, let's get Strike. I mean, Strengthen also seems good, especially if we're getting, like, a bunch of free attacks, but card draw and a heavy hit just seems also like another good idea. Defend, 10 block, sure. Although we could have gotten another Scratch, that wouldn't have been sad. Gain 6 blocks, draw a card, gain 2 toughness. Increases block applied by the number of tokens. Number of tokens? I'm assuming it means stacks of toughness. +1 for every skills played by this monster. For every 4 skills played by this monster. Interesting. Okay. So that can, like, maybe those are the tokens. Maybe those are the tokens. Like, you gain 2 toughness tokens, but you can get more for every 4 skills. Interesting. Okay. We're going to go for another scratch. We're going for kind of like I think it would be good to try and aim for that strength build. So you're all done then. Nice laugh. Lots of gusto in it. Yes, thank you, ma'am. I'm all done. I named it Merlin. Oh, you named it. Well, I suppose that's true. We are the bad guys! Anyway, I know you young kids have short attention spans, and time today is short, so I'll let you borrow 2 creatures from the preserve for you to use on your first mission. This is Experiment 626 and 627, respectively. May they serve you better than they did their maker. What happened to him? Monster chow. Try not to get yourself killed out there. I'd hate to have wasted my time on a pre-corpse. Now please head over to dispatch. That man is a stickler for time. Yes, ma'am. Man, that lady is abrupt. Better do what the lady said, or else I will get chopped up and merged with monsters. It took me longer than expected. Dispatch is due east. Start running. Okay. Dispatch. Let's go. Oh. Okay. We can make more monsters? Okay. Okay. Interesting. Let's just go with what we've got. Join squad. That red text is pretty brutal. Oh, and that easing needs to be a lot faster. Yeah, I can't hover over these to see what they do or are. That's a big bummer. Really want that. Join squad, and a bark. This would be Vladimir Dimitriev's dream game. Alright, we got ads starting in just a minute. Private Fox Hollow, you're late. Did you attach a monkey to your back so you can have 3 arms instead of 1? It's 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. Son, if you're not early, you're late. Bad. That syntax needs to be fixed. Son, comma, if you're not early, comma, you're late. No period. And you ain't early. Not a bad idea, to be honest. Sorry, sir. Learn from your mistakes now, kid, because right now it's free. Later on, these lessons will cost you an arm and a leg. Are you ready for your first mission, Private? Yes, sir. Okay, a stitched together map, why not? Alright, kiddo, this is the quest board. This is where you'll grab your mission. And we're in ads. So we're gonna take a quick break. Be right back. My goodness. Okay, welcome back. Robotech! Good to see you, friend. How have you been? How are you? There are 4 kinds of missions: easy, standard, hard, and hellish. Okay. Easy and standard missions are the non-city critical jobs. This means that you can retreat from them when the going gets tough without much concern. The hard and hellish missions are where the monsters are stronger than normal, and where you either complete the mission or die trying. Let's start you off with an easy mission. Sure, the milk run. Ha! You're okay? I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it, friend. How are you? We're doing very well. Yeah, we've been going through analysis stuff all week long because I've had a whole bunch of keys sent my way for a bunch of things, and gosh, we need to power through a bunch of them. So yeah, it's been a really fun time kind of reviewing a whole bunch of these things in quick succession and starting to see commonalities between them of what works, what doesn't work, all that fun stuff. So it's been a great time. Yeah, welcome in. Here you can see that there are different lengths of missions as well as what you will get from the city should you complete the mission. Now go. Time's a-wasting. I don't even get to click accept. Yes, sir. Private, I said hustle. Yes, sir. Okay, great. So we got a Slay the Spire map. All right, boy, here's your mission map. You can see that your mission traverses across different biomes. Okay, I like that they've got like that stitching together of the map in a way that actually is going to impact the gameplay. It's not just thematic. It's not just like a thing that exists. It is going to matter. That's great. I love that. So plan your team and your route to the mission objective properly. Brings back memories. All right, here's your first lesson. Oh, I just noticed the snake belt. My guy, is that the other part of the monkey? Jeez. Keep your commands quick and clear. And most importantly, don't die. All right, kiddo, now go break a leg. Great. Sir? Sir? Balls. Use cards in your hand to defeat your enemies. Sure, you're separated out by creature. Okay, we've been seeing a lot of these kind of party-based card games. There's Trails of Fire, Corpsmen, there's, gosh, there's a bunch that I haven't really played, but I've seen other people playing. It's definitely a burgeoning sort of genre. Left side is top, right is bottom, center is middle. Cards require impetus to play. That's your energy, I guess. At the start of the turn, new cards are drawn, and your impetus is renewed. Okay. Indicator will show you how much you'll draw, which is right here, and how much impetus you'll gain next turn. Okay, fair. I kind of like that they're giving us indicators for both of those. That's nice. Gain or apply block using defensive skill cards to intercept incoming damage. As shown on the damage indicator. Excess damage is dealt to the creature's health. Okay, that's a little bit awkwardly written, but sure. Shows incoming direct damage. Interesting. So it's not going to be necessarily the monster is going to deal 10 damage to you. It is your pet is going to take 10 damage this turn. Okay. Block momentum. Gain 1 toughness for every 4 block cards played. And attack momentum. So strength and dexterity from Slay the Spire, that scaling is built into the combat system. I'm a big fan of that. The big concern I have is it seems like that's going to really heavily skew you towards tempo build, right? Of like just throwing down as many cards as you possibly can. I'm curious how that's going to shake out. Red intents are aggressive, blue are stubborn, green are cunning, and then there's mysteries. Sure, yeah. And we'll have to discover what they're doing. Okay, that's kind of fun. I like that. Zaft, good to see you, friend. How you doing? This is such a bizarre game. We have yet to get into an actual fight, but holy cow, this is such a weird and cool game so far. Let's go for the events. All right. I like the diegetic map. I really like that stitching together. Oh, cool reveal. That's neat. I don't understand it from like a game theme perspective, but that was really cool. I like that. Did I miss the 40 minutes of UI deep dive? Yes. At least so far. We had a really good chat. The title screen was really neat in terms of kind of reviewing all the stuff that worked about it. But then also seeing it was missing something important that we had seen on a bunch of other title screens. And that something important was movement. There was no movement. Everything else about it was fantastic. But the fact that there was no movement made it feel very static. Yeah, once again, we've got that indicator here. Very nice. All right, so this is our guy. Oh, we only have 5 energy across all creatures. Okay, so you're gonna take 6 and you're gonna take 6. Let's do Wall of Flesh on you. And then defend, I guess? So we don't take any damage. Hopefully they will not both attack on their turn. Great. So actually, oh, armor carries over. Oh, that's huge. You just start with Barricade. Okay. Check the VOD later? Sure, absolutely. That's cool. I like that you start with Barricade. That changes things up pretty heavily. Ooh, the sparkling on the card. That's interesting. Oh, and I get it. It's like a little Jacob's Ladder type sort of thing on the top of the card to say, hey, this is active. That's an interesting take. We got the stitches coming out into the needle. That's kind of cute. Yeah, the UI art on this is very on point. The writing could use a little bit of help. Like, this attack is pretty illegible. And, well, maybe you can have a red card that isn't an attack, but I don't know. I would almost say just get rid of that. But look at the Slay the Spire arrow chain thingy coming out from the card. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Might as well throw that down. We get that for free. They have 36 health left. These guys are tough. Oh, and this is the strength and dexterity counter, or toughness. Okay. This is really interesting. So now we've played 3 aggression cards. So on the 4th one that we play, we will get a point of strength on our main character. What are you gonna do here? What is this? Yes, I'd like to know what that is, please. That's one thing. This game is there's a dearth of tooltips in this experience. That's an interesting sound effect. You're attacking here, but you have full armor, so we're just not even going to worry about that. Let's grab our scratches. So now we have a strength. I really want that number to be bigger. There's got to be a better way to display both the countdown clock and the number. Let's explore that a little bit, actually. Because that number is so tiny. It's quite difficult to really make sense of. Let's jump in here. Chrome. Oh, good. There we go. Look how tiny that thing is. What point font is that? 14? I don't believe it. Oh god, it's so itty bitty. But I also don't have my glasses on, so that's also worth noting. So what if instead, I mean, what if we did just put a number down here and we added in that stroke that they've got and we could up this to like 20. And that would be 0. Is this gonna look awful if we bring this all over the place? Because that can be a concern. It's a lot of repeated information. And anytime you have repeated information, you got to be really careful that maybe, you want to look for ways to maybe reduce it and everything. Is that going to be too much? Like, there's already so much visually happening down here. I mean, it's definitely more legible, right? It's way more legible. But is it too much? I kind of like how if this gets done correctly, we kind of do something like that, now we have this line being made across the bottom, which is going to really heavily reinforce that feeling of this is this creature's area, right? And that can help reduce the noise because our brains will be able to process it better. Let me see if bringing these down so that they create that shape is going to help. Two. I like it. I like that shape that gets created. It does draw some of that noise down. But I'm also not totally sold on these pie charts, you know? There's so much high contrast going on all over the place. What would happen if we kind of did something like this, and then brought these up, and then change the colors. Nice and bright. And then had you know, I'm actually kind of curious. What if we did this and brought them, whoops. Oh, so big. I did something like this, right? Oops. You could even kind of play with Quantic. Good to see you, friend. Hope you're doing well. I had to keep on jumping out of your awesome not Slay the Spire, Knock on the Coffin Lid stream yesterday. I didn't get to see the finale there. How many times did you just obliterate Milanus? This to be this kind of darker orange. You know, just kind of playing around with this idea of making it feel a little more integrated into things. Kind of like that idea. What would it look like if we brought this across everywhere? Like, it seems like strength and dexterity are going to be a really big part of this game, so I kind of like bringing more attention to the number compared to what we had before. Milanus kept cooking you? Really? Well, that makes me feel better about myself. Got close-ish on the last attempt, but removing all of my positive effects and having my max HP turned out to be disastrous. If I had known that it would remove talents too and saved them instead of using them, I would have had a chance. There you go. 2D Fighter, good to see you, friend. It's going very well. How are you today? Yeah, that Milanus fight is pretty darn rough, which is why I was so upset that you circumvented it, which I didn't even know you could do, and then just cruised right on through all the way to the end. Compared to this, I personally feel like this is more communicative. I'm not 100% satisfied with it yet, though. There's more, I think, to that, but I think we kind of need to get a better feel for what the game really is. Let's go ahead and draw cards. We have Strike, so that'll knock you down. And then we can Chomp, apply to Weak. And I can't do anything else. We don't have enough. So if we don't have enough energy for it, don't let me drag it out, right? Unless maybe there's like toughness cards on this monster cost 1 less. But we need to have some sort of indicator of state of yes, this can or cannot be played, in my opinion. That was the Mortis fight I circumvented. Yeah. Haven't beat Milanus on Percival yet. She's been trashing me. Yeah, it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough, especially when you need to figure out, you know, one of those routes you have to take to get the invulnerability to get into that last phase. It's pretty rough. It really restricts you, and which I think is interesting, but it does make it pretty rough in a way. Prodigal Son games, you got it. Don't let them drag it out. You know what, Joe? Foxhollow Man, you need thinking hats. I gotcha. And don't worry about being late. You're not late at all, Tootie Fighter. Not late at all. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. There we go. There's the hat tower. Desperately trying to find the password for the golem. Well, if you want spoilers, I can direct you in the right area, but yeah, the golem's fun. Golem's really fun. Now, who are you attacking? You're attacking this guy, so we can throw some block down on you and then stomp for 14 damage. I'm liking these fights. Overall, this has a mixed rating. I'm curious why. I'm curious, because I'm liking the mechanics so far. Looks like people are saying, love it, but it needs more time. Balance is off. I could see that. Okay. Well, interesting. Password 1234. Get it eventually. Percival seems to think he can fight the golem, though, to get his core, and I just don't see how it's possible. Yeah. It's cool. It's cool. I can't wait to see you puzzle it out. Jeez. Heading out to a lodge. Somewhere it is 20 degrees cooler. Don't ask me where, because I told the wife to prepare everything and not to tell me as a birthday surprise. Ooh, fun. Have a great time, Prodigal. The rating on this one isn't exactly fair. It's based on the long and buggy early access period. Most of the reviews are 2-ish years old. Yeah, fair. That's very fair. Or rather, unfair. Oh, come on. Gosh. Oh, shoot. Enjoy the fun. Yeah, absolutely. Best of luck, Prodigal. I hope it's a great time, that it's a birthday to remember. Let's draw 2 cards. There we go. Scratch and chop. There we go. The combat feels very thinky. What? Unblemished. Win a combat taking no damage. 0.1% of players have this achievement. dude, no, these have to be bugged. Fight or falter. Complete your first fight. 0.4% of players have that achievement of just beating the first fight. That's gotta be bugged. Something's gotta be off here. All right. Discovered you failed to harvest any intact limbs. Is that randomly, or is there something I could have done to have affected that? You killed it, Joe? Yeah, apparently. 8 pounds of flesh. End of map. Meat. Transform to valve. So that's a bug. Or a text typo. 8 pound. It should be pounds. I don't know why it's displayed this way. We already have pound. Why is that not plural? Pounds of flesh. And then just 8. We don't need this extra label down below. Okay. Also, we have like an H1, H2 problem that this does not look bigger or smaller than this, so everything feels samey, which is weird because they're different levels of hierarchy. We need some variation there. Either make it smaller or bigger. Just that good, Joe. It's okay to admit it. Sure. Battle 1. Okay, don't display me these options if I can't do anything. Like, I get that they're in a disabled state, but it took me a second, and then I got really bummed. I was like, oh, wow, did I get a whole bunch of stuff? No, it's all disabled. Oh, what a bummer. Just don't show me that. Just don't show it. Don't disable it. Don't show it. All right. Excellent job, Private Foxhollow. You didn't die. Now remember, although you cannot retreat during a fight, you can do so when it is over. If you feel like you cannot go on, just backtrack to fight another day. You know what I bet it is? I bet people played this a bunch in early access, and they launched and put achievements in, and so all those early access people count as having played the game, but that have not returned to it, and so these numbers are way off. That's my bet, is that tons of people have played it, but they played it when there were no achievements. If you feel like you cannot go on, just backtrack to fight another day. Okay. That's interesting. So it's kind of Darkest Dungeon-y in that regard. Though doing so will fail the mission, and we will confiscate all the goodies you have gotten along the way as a penalty. But at least your critters will be alive, and both you and them will have learned something. Got it? I wonder what death actually means. Like, do you start over, like, in the tutorial again? Yes, sir. Good. Now I'm heading back. Is that it? You aren't following me or giving me more guidance? Nope. I believe in learning on the job and never repeating the same mistake twice. See, I lost one limb, and then I never lost another one. Now get to it. I have paperwork. Your creatures have permadeath. Do I have permadeath? Events. While observing 626, you realize that they have become thinner, even though they've been eating more. Uh-oh. High metabolism. Whenever you consume a card, gain 1 attack momentum. Consume a card, but now we also have gain 1 weak. Interesting. Very interesting. The changes to their body have caused 626 to come down with something. You hope it isn't anything serious. Huh. That's really interesting. I like that they're putting this emphasis on kind of your creature evolving and changing over time. That's fun. I'm very curious to see how it goes over time. This is the sort of thing I could see playing on my Steam Deck quite a lot. No clue on that one? Okay. If you don't make the same mistake twice, how do you know if you really learned? Well, because you don't make the same, you encounter the same situation, and then you don't repeat the same mistake. You wake up this morning to a disaster. Merlin, the little glutton, has eaten all your meat. Dude, we have a monster with high metabolism. You can't eat everything. Come on. Gluttony. Consume a card in your hand. Gain 2 impetus. Oh, that's interesting, but also 1 week. So we can... Basically, this will let us eat a card to gain an energy. And if we could have gluttony on high metabolism, then that combos really well with each other and becomes a really neat synergy. I don't know if we're going to be able to make that happen or not, but that'd be cool. You don't want to say serves you right, but... So, if creatures are persistent across runs, does that mean, like, gluttony and everything? Like, that is a trait of my main monster forever now? Until presumably gets... Jeez, look at these guys. Okay. We don't have cards for him. Interesting. So you get dealt, what, like 5 cards split between all of them at random? They're both going to buff themselves up. So we're going to strike. Alpha. What does that mean? I don't know what alpha means. Can we consume frail? Yes! Awesome. Very cool. I'm digging the systems. So, like, I'm really liking a lot of this. I think this is something I could invest quite a lot of time into. I hear that there's a lot of concerns about balance, but man, is it really interesting. On dealing unblocked damage, apply bleed equal to stack. Wow. Let's get Wall of Flesh up. Just get some more armor on everyone, get some tankiness going. Alpha means you can't play any cards, other cards, until you play the alpha card. Interesting. Okay. Thank you for the tip, Quantic. Interesting. Huh. That is really interesting. Might as well do quick reflex, I guess. So can you consume this frail? Yes, it looks like we can. But I can't cancel out of this. I didn't mean to actually play it. Oh, well. Okay. Don't know what happened there. Ouchies. All right. Shoot. Bummer. Let's go ahead and... Oh, they've got a lot of armor now. Look at all of that. Scratch. Stomp. No. We need more block on this guy. What does consume do? Like, I kind of hesitate to get rid of that, but then theoretically, we're still going to be scaling up a whole bunch. All right, we're in ads. Yeah, this is being interesting. I'm enjoying this experience. I really am. I think this is neat. I think that there's some, more subtle polish things that need support. Like pitch modulation being a really big deal. But overall, I'm really intrigued by the concept. Like, I'm really, really interested in seeing more. It reminds me of Tenebris from yesterday. And I really enjoyed Tenebris too. And all the games we've been playing this week have been bangers. Like, I've really enjoyed all of them. Really enjoyed Enshrouded, really enjoyed Tenebris, really enjoyed Star Knight. I've been playing a lot more of that on the Steam Deck because it's just so approachable. It's such a good Steam Deck game. And I've also been doing Demon's Mirror off the stream, getting some kind of practice UX work in and everything, and posting that over there on their Discord. And that's also been a really great game. Like, these are all kind of bangers. It's great. I'm loving it. All right, I think we're basically back from ads now. Let's go ahead and dive back on in to get 5. So let's just smash. Draw cards. We need to get some... Ooh, brutal. Oh, that sucks so bad. Let's consume that scratch and do a strike here, just because we gotta get moving on our damage on these guys. Like, these are kicking our trash. So I'm not noticing any sort of potions sort of thing that would be very helpful in situations like this. We'll go ahead and block that. Scratch. Quick reflex. More gluttony. Max that. We can strike and jump. Good. Knocking more and more damage down. Once we get one of them down, I think the rest is going to flow a whole lot more easily. There we go. And we're blocking it all. But we lost a lot of health there. That was rough. I think we can get rid of Wall of Flesh now. And then smack, chomp. And we'll just get some more blocking. Increase strength by the number of tokens for the next attack card played. +1 on discard. Clears on next attack. Okay. Get more quick reflexes. We'll gluttony out. Strike. Wow, you have 8. You're at 7 strength? Look at you. Man. All right, and then sure, we'll just throw some more block over there. Distribute that out a little bit. Scratch, scratch. Quick reflex. Yeah, I think we can afford to do this. We're gonna get weak on you, and then strike, and then another scratch, and that gets us the win. Woo! That was close. Friggin' T-Rex nearly got roasted. Merlin has become more aggressive. Level up, Buttercup. Tier up a creature. 42% of people have that achievement, which makes sense. This has got to be a thing of like, they just introduced the fight or falter achievement today or something, right? This is so strange. Has become more aggressive. So these are all now cards that are available for him to purchase at some point. 626 has become more aggressive. 627 has become more stubborn. Well, I'm loving the card art, too. The card art's very cool. God, that sound effect, though, is rough. All right, learned a new skill. Is it learn a new skill or upgrade, or is it both? Have Merlin learn a new move. So we can get strength in, which is good. Let's actually go for that. Okay, so we can do both. Card can be upgraded. We can upgrade Gluttony. Consume a card. So this is draw 1 more card next turn. That's really nice. Or consume 2 random cards to gain 4 energy. Wow. Discard experience to reroll possible upgrades. So... And I can upgrade multiple cards? I do not understand how this upgrade system works. But it's cool. Oh, and it's free. It's free, but it's consume now. Or deal 10 damage, draw a card. Let's just... I think we need it. We need to retain that. Learn a new move. Quick attack. Deal 4 damage and draw a card. That's perfect for this guy. Absolutely perfect. I'm digging this system. It's a cool system. I like it. I like it a lot. Instinct. At the start of combat, put on top of your deck. Yeah, sure. We get to upgrade all these cards. Do they like have experience? And every time we play them, we're leveling up? Is that what this checkerboard sort of pattern is? So you level up your individual cards through playing them too, which then levels up your monster in different... I love this system. This is so cool! So consume, but gain toughness, and you consume another card. That may actually be worth it on this guy, because this is our high metabolism guy. So that's going to give him a bunch of strength. So that's actually probably a really good thing. Let's get vulnerable. I don't want to lose those scratches. Those are pretty integral to his existence. Hollow Flash, I guess? Okay. So, yeah. over and over and over again, we're seeing them trying to incentivize play lots of cards. You want to play cards a lot. So I could see a world where you have stall builds and you're just playing cards over and over and over again to try and level them up. That is a bummer of this system. That is a way that people will work out the fun. They're doing 16 damage. We don't have enough energy to completely block it on him. So we're just going to defend on you. And then just buff up. And start the scratches. Alright. There's our high metabolism. We'll gluttony out the frail. Attack, and then we'll throw block on T-Rex. Throw down our scratches for 3. Let's do a quick attack here. Let's go do 12 damage. 10 block. Yes, that's going to be enough. So he won't take any damage. And then we can just do scratch. Alright, so I'm seeing the cards that you can play have a glow around their borders. And if you can't play them, that glow goes away. It's a little subtle for my taste, but I understand. Alright, block. Strike. Chomp. And then you can consume that. Yeah, attack momentum equal to token. Okay. So it speeds that up. Okay. It doesn't give us strength, it just speeds it up. Got it. Alright, take care, Prodigal. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a wonderful cabin birthday. Let's do quick reflexes here. If we do Wall of Flesh, it takes us down to 1. We can use that. But that'll only get us up to 2. We won't be able to play 2 Walls of Flesh, which is what we would need. So let's pass on that. Let's maybe gluttony out a Stomp. And then Scratch. Gain some strength. And... oh, man. We just end the turn. We don't want to play those Walls of Flesh. Strike, and then we can Wall of Flesh, because that will give him 12, which should be enough to completely block the Terror Bird, right? Ooh, we're too short. Darn. I thought the 10 that was there was including, or not including his buff. Okay, he's got 54 damage heading his way. He's for sure gonna die. Like, he's gonzos. Let's just eat that. Start stabbing. Yeah, he's dead. There's nothing we can do to save him. The first of many first death achievement. Oh dear. Sorry, guy. So the scratch, do a strike, which is a big hit. We can do a quick reflex, throw out some more cards. There we go. 1 turn too late. Card can be upgraded. We can upgrade the scratch. Apply 1 bleed. When bleed is applied at the start of the creature's turn, lose a health. Sure. Yeah, let's get some bleed going on here. Each feeding costs 4 pounds of flesh. Okay. Cool. This is where we might want to retreat. We only have 2 monsters. Let's retreat. Oh, all of the meat and monster parts will be confiscated? Well, never mind. I was gonna say, we can at least get the meat out of it and call it a day, but... Gray shade. All right. We're gonna gluttony. You know what? I don't want to use that gluttony. Ah, it is an alpha skill though. All right, whatever. All right. I don't think we're making it out of here. I think we're definitely gonna die. High metabolism. We're gonna chomp, and then that can consume the frail. There we go. Quick attack. Scratch. Yeesh. Wow, we're taking a lot of hits here. Oh, shoot. Is there anything I can consume here? I don't really want to consume any of this. I don't think we really have an option, though. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Apply bleed, get a strike, scratch. Ugh. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Quick reflex. Suck. We just end the turn. Like, we can't get rid of either of those cards because of what we would keep us in the game. Stop drawing gluttony! Oh, shoot. Jeez, that's a lot of bleed. How much health do you have? 5? Yeah, that'll kill him. If I don't have a card to consume, do I gain 2 impetus? I do! Whoa, that's a big deal. Yeah, no, we've totally lost. This gluttony card murdered us. We're gone. So I'm curious what's gonna happen here then. This is I have gluttony as my only card left over. You've been defeated. You flee the area alone, leaving everything behind you. More than they could chew. First full wipe. Well, hells, kid. Sorry for your loss. Thanks, sir. Sorry for disappointing you. It's fine, kiddo. You live and you learn. Now remember this, although you cannot retreat during a fight, you can do so when it is over. If you feel like you cannot go on, just backtrack to fight another day. But like, what do I get out of that? I mean, I guess I keep my creature, but what if I don't like that creature? What if gluttony sucks? Doing so will fail the mission, will confiscate all your goodies. Right, yeah. All right, let's head back. Since you lost all your creatures on your first mission, you'll have to go back to the lab to make another team. I know it hurts, but these things happen. It's part of the job. Here, take this. This will let you buy some stuff and prepare for your next mission. You should head to the chop shop for that. But I would head to the preserve first so you can have your creatures' stables prepared first. Okay, now get. Bureaucracy waits for no man. Yes, it does. What are you talking about? Bureaucracy absolutely waits for people. Hello, Miss Barnes. This is Private Fox Hollow. Oh my, you're as green as they come. Hello there, I'm Lieutenant Bernstein. But as you know, everyone calls me Miss Barnes. Now, how can I help you? I was told by Major Singh to come here to register for stable space. All right, dearie, let me take you to your assigned slots. Just so you know, I also deal with retiring creatures from combat duty. What do they do when they retire? Usually pull plows, run the electric wheels, or send messages throughout the city. All right, here we are. Yeah, okay, sure, but then what else is about it, right? What happens when I retire? All right. Randomize. Great. Archimedes. We're gonna give you defend. Oh, Bite. This is a new card. Deals 6 damage, apply 2 bleed. Cool. Quick Reflex seems just like a really good card. And then Toughen, I guess. You'll be our energy tank. You're gonna consume a whole lot. Slorp. This is Slorp. Go ahead and get a Scratch. Ride By. Deal 3 damage, discard the top 2 cards of your draw pile. Deal 3 damage, discard the top 2 cards of your draw pile. Interesting. Let's get another Bite, actually. I like that idea of we could maybe go for a bleed team comp. Gain 6 block, draw a card. That sounds good. For 1 mana? Yeah. I'm gonna Ride By. There we go. You're a little bit different from everything else. Grunks. Gore, deal 10 damage. Strength is applied 2 times. Oh, that's cool. We kind of need a defensive guy, though. Let's grab Wall of Flesh. Unyielding. Toughen. And another Toughen. All right. Sure. Great. Oh, we got a bunch of stuff. Milk run done. Clear the tutorial. Finally off duty. I can head over to the Chop Shop for new parts, the Academy for new moves, or I can slim down my move sets at the Fugue. Okay. This is cool. So we've preserved? Oh, okay. The stables. Got it. Chop Shop. Welcome to the Chop Shop. All things are fresh from the wilds and straight from the chopping block. Anything in mind? Just finished my first mission, so I'm looking to expand my catalog. Finished. All right, have at it. Pachysaur hind legs. Interesting. We have $1,000? Sure. Large hind legs. Great. Root owl stump. I mean, can I just get all of this? I know that there's like more moves and stuff we can buy. All right, definitely want an owl bear. Academy, what have you got for us? Welcome to the Academy. I haven't seen you around before. New? Yes, ma'am. Private Fox Hollow. Well met, Fox Hollow. You can call me Sergeant Rosie in public or just Rosie in private. Is it Sergeant or Sergeant? I take care of this facility. Here we train and develop tactics for battle. If you need one of your little friends trained, me or one of my team can help you with that. Thank you, Rosie. Glad to be of help. Just remember that what your creature learns will lead to general specialization in that creature. Good luck. Go out there and make us proud. I will. Thanks again, Rosie. Cool. Rad. Okay. Sick. Yeah, I'm really digging all this. We've got the Fugue. Hello there. What do we have here? Nothing. You stay away from me. Private Fox Hollow, sir. Good. Good. Most excellent. Hi. Oh, where are my manners? I am Professor Jack Morton, your local amnesiologist. I make your little creations forget. Now, let's see what we have here. Okay. Oh my god. So this is where you can get rid of those negative cards. And, you know, if we decided, hey, we don't really want Gluttony, we can get rid of it there. Sounds great. Let's try one more run. His bird rat is rad, though, with the, like, plague mask and the little hat. Okay, so we can choose different locations. What about forest? Hunt, escort, or salvage? Hunt, hunt, hunt. Okay. Yeah, let's do the easy one. Sounds good to me. We wanna hit some of these events. It looks like we're forced into an elite fight. Wise blue. Okay. So they're both attacking you. Let's draw. Apply some block. And then... Oh, we could have toughened up Archimedes first and then done... Shoot. Oh, well. Okay. Slorp, go ahead and block. Double toughness. No, you're going to be taking some damage here. I think that's all we really can do, though. Let's get your toughness up. Alright. There we go. That's what we were looking for. Let's start stacking some bleed. Exactly what we were hoping to do with this party. Okay, great. Wall of Flesh on Grunts. Great. He's going to block all that. Let's throw some more block on him. He's going to be taunting for a little bit. I'm realizing, okay, if you're throwing down that Wall of Flesh, build up tankiness. More bleed. Unyielding is good. And more bleed. So he's at 6. So when bleed is applied and at the start of the creature's turn, lose 1 health. Is that 1 health per stack? So he has 6 bleed. Theoretically, he dies at the start of his turn? No. Okay, you only take 1 damage. So bleed does not scale well. Got it. That's disappointing, but I understand. So he's on a 3-turn timer. Curious what you think about the new Twitch feature that lets viewers share your clips on TikTok and stuff. Yeah, I think that's largely... I mean, I turned it on because I don't think anyone is going to be making lots of money off of my clips, right? And that's clearly what this is meant for. It's for these really early creators that don't have the resources to have editors and to have moderators that are clip editing for them and everything, right? So I understand that. Do I think it's a good idea for most people? Probably not. I think you're probably gonna... Like, I can't imagine the bigger creators in the space having that turned on, right? This is definitely a how do we help people gain discoverability sort of solution. Totally unrelated what we're doing. No worries at all. So yeah, it's very clearly meant for very small creators who do not have anything really to speak of in terms of monetizable following. I think that's fine. Do I think people should turn it on? Not necessarily. It feels weird. It feels awkward to me, but I don't know. What are your thoughts? So we got 2 monkey bits. That's great. Slorp has become aggressive. Okay, that was fast. It's upgrade ride by. I'm kind of curious what that is going to do. Oh, that was learning a new skill, not upgraded. Shoot. I don't like that it says you're signing away your rights to your identity, likeness, and voice. That makes me think I'm giving my info to AI models for free. Yeah, I think that's probably fair. Mothman, thank you for the clear hats. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I mean, that's 100% an option. Look at that hat hair. And I think that's exactly the sort of thing that you're going to be... Yeah, I think you're dead right. Even if Twitch doesn't do it, other people will, right? But then again, you also have to be kind of big enough that people care. That being said, you know, they can train your likeness and voice for purposes of fraud. But also, if they're going to do that, they were probably going to do it anyways, whether you had that setting enabled or not. So, I don't know. It's a very complex issue. I'm very curious what other people would have to say about it. Mothman with 300 bits! And
we
thank
added
you,
30
Twitch,
bits and 15 bonus bits to Mothman Centaur's cheer.
Thank you, Twitch, and thank you, Mothman Centaur.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday! We made it! We made it, y'all! Welcome in, Mothman. I hope you're doing well. How's your Friday going? Let's see here. I guess we just toughen up, get some powers out there. Friday the 13th, absolutely. At least it's not Friday the 13th in October, right? All right, more toughen. They're not attacking at all, so we'll just start throwing out stuff. We can wall of flesh here. There we go. Yeah, that's good. And then throw more block on you. Good. Now we're barely taking anything at all. Just got back from the dentist and everything was great. Love it. Very happy to hear that. All right. Let's go ahead and hop in, scratch, ride by, all that fun jazz. Ooh, you're taking some damage. There we go. There's the block from him. That's what I was looking for. And we get one card. One energy left. Throw that down. Let's throw down that other wall of flash, and then we'll defend on him too. I'm not totally understanding the pacing in the game quite yet. But I really want to. It feels very, very interesting. Okay. And I love that playing cards does level them up. It does as well feel a little bit strange. Not gonna lie. Just because I think there's a huge potential for stalling tactics. And that's kind of a bummer, but I'm wanting to feel it out and see how it ends up feeling over time. So if you have the energy, even if like this block isn't necessarily going to do anything for me, it very much behooves me, get it, hooves, to play that card anyways to try and level it up. It's like that's interesting, right? That's an interesting effect that it has on the gameplay. And the turns go by pretty quick here when you start getting into it. Okay. So I should have done that order a bit differently so I could have gotten more experience with some of the other cards. Runks has become more stubborn. Great. So we're going to learn a new skill. Let's learn... Ooh, shall not pass. Gain 20 block, gain 3 threat. Seems good. Is that a red panda head or a bear head? And then just... Okay, great. Shall not pass. Let's do that. Then we can upgrade 2 of your cards. Just straight up more damage. Or drawing a card. 2 more damage. Consuming kind of ruined our run last time. Deal 6 damage, apply 2 bleed. Bleed 3. Draw 1. I don't know what that means. Apply 4 bleed. Bleed 3? When targeting enemies with sufficient bleed, will consume its bleed for additional effects. That's not clear at all, but is a very cool effect. All of a sudden, bleed can scale. Great. Love it. I'm really enjoying the gameplay here. I don't know what to say. It's and I love the different transition effects. That's definitely something to learn from. I'm gonna take some little hits here, but that's okay. Let's hop in and then yeah, let's just throw down shell numbers. Getting our tank online. Wall of flesh. Unyielding. You can scratch, and that's gonna be the thing. Jerome from Honest Road Games. Hello, how are you over on YouTube? Welcome in. It is such a pleasure to see you. For those of you who don't know, Honest Road Games just barely released the really awesome Kobu the Tree Spirit. We're gonna throw the link in here. This is on my list of things to check out. I love the concept. It is, hold on, let me actually bring this up while we go into ads and stuff. This is, what if you were a tiny little tree spirit fighting against, you know, giant knights and everything that are trying to tear down your forest. You're this little guy. You're that little guy. And it looks super rad. As you can see, it's on my wish list. It's been on my wish list for a long time. Really excited about it. So it just barely launched the other day. So been wanting to check that out for a good while. Congratulations on the launch. Big congrats on the launch. You're at 22 reviews. That's awesome. You're in the discovery queue. Congrats. Well done. Pixelated, good to see you, friend. Welcome in. So yeah, definitely recommend giving Kobu the Tree Spirit a good look. It looks like a really cool action roguelike. Roguevania? I've been fishing. I am unfamiliar with this tag. Roguevania. That's a new one for me. Huh. Well, there you go. Dead Cells as a Roguevania. Okay, interesting. So yeah, there you go. Kobu the Tree Spirit. Definitely go give that a shot. I plan on it. Look at all these positive reviews. Not a single negative one. Oh, there's one. It's a real game. You got one negative review. 0.1 hours. Brutal. That was fast. 2 people found it funny. Oh, that's funny. So yeah, there you go. Kobu the Tree Spirit. Roguevania. Yeah, Roguevania. I'd have to send a Steam key your way. I would love to showcase it on the channel. We've been doing analysis all week long on things. We've been checking out, let's see, gosh, what have we been up to? We did Tenebris and kind of explored a bunch of different UI stuff. That's what we do on the channel. We do a lot of game design and UX UI analysis. I'm a product designer of 10 years experience. So we did Tenebris yesterday. We did Star Knight, Order of the Vortex, largely helping out their menu go from this to, you know, something more like this, which is a lot more legible and clean. And then if they can get some art, you know, worked out, increasing that a whole lot. Anyways, all sorts of stuff. We've been looking at Corpsmen today, all sorts of fun stuff. It's been great. Dead Cells sort of created the Roguevania genre. Interesting. Roguelike with ability-gated areas. Yeah, that's really interesting. And I admit, I haven't done enough Dead Cells to really get super far. I beat it, I think, up to like Dead Cell 2 or something. And then I started looking up, like, how the crap do you play this game at higher levels? And the frustrating thing was, from what I observed people online saying, it was, just don't fight anything. I was like, oh, that's not satisfying for me. That's not a very satisfying gameplay loop. But I should give it another shot. Now that there's been a whole ton of updates and everything, I should give it a shot. What is this game you're playing? So this is Corpsmen. This is what if Pokemon but Frankenstein. So you harvest animal bits in the forest and take them back to your laboratory and cobble them together into monsters that then govern what cards they can have. And it's a party-based card battling roguelike. It's a wild time, but it's really fun. There's quite a lot of actual, long-term progression. I don't mean meta progression necessarily, although I guess you could term it that. It's stuff like your creature develops personality characteristics and drafts cards. Like your creature is persistent between runs. So it's really interesting. Really interesting. Dead Cells has a very big problem of incentivizing people to run past everything. Yeah. It's a funny concept. It's a very bizarre concept. So we're having a great time with them. Yeah. Let's see. Grunks, you're getting attacked. Let's throw down Shall Not Pass. Okay, so Bleed goes through block. That's a reason why Bleed is really strong. Okay. Let's get Ride By going. It's a great concept for a game. It's so wacky. It is so bizarre. But everything that I see, I'm like, wow, this is really cool. Your creatures have permadeath. So if Grunks dies in this fight, Grunks is gone. So I don't know. It's bonkers. It is a very, very cool and wacky thing. Let's get you only have 4 left. Your cards also gain experience. So your monsters gain experience, but then your cards. So you see this wheel around the card. If we fill that wheel up, we fill up one of the circles, which gives it some upgrades. So this bite card can have 3 upgrades on it. So now that we've played that, it's only 1 play away from becoming stronger. Game Boy Jam started. Theme is spooky. Very cool. Are you participating in that one, Pixelated? Your creatures level up and get stronger if they survive. They do, Nemphis. Yeah. So, and they'll evolve. So like in our last game, we had 2 events. One event was it turned one of our creatures into having high metabolism. So every time that you would consume a card, which is like burning it, you consume a card, they would gain strength for the rest of the fight. And that was just a power card that they got as a part of them now. And then I had another creature that became gluttonous. And that was every time you consume a card, gain energy. Or play this card to consume a card and gain energy. And so it became this really weird, like, I want to consume a whole bunch of cards to level up my stuff, but I still need cards in my deck to finish out a fight. It was really interesting. Really interesting. Confused on how to make a spooky Game Boy game. Why? That sounds like so easy to do. Because the restraint of the color palette and fidelity level, like, you just dial in very specifically on that vibe. That seems a lot easier to me than trying to do like a Unreal 5, no constraint type sort of thing. I'm curious. Just have like 2 eyes blinking in darkness. There you go. There's a spooky GB game. Never made a spooky game. I hear that. I haven't either. Chris Sikowski says that everyone should make a horror game. Every indie dev should make a horror game. And the more that I'm like in this space, the more that I'm starting to understand, yeah, no, that's actually a really, really good idea. Throw Ride By down on there. Only composed for the one in the Fox Hollow Jam. Well, there you go. Well, you've got the music down at least, right? All right. Shall Not Pass. And then Bite. Alright, you're gonna die on your next turn. We don't need Wall of Flesh. Let's just get well, let's actually play Wall of Flesh to give it experience, right? Not too hard to finish a horror game. I think that is why. Most are just walking to... Yeah, it's pretty easy to build. In the grand scheme of things, you're probably not gonna you're not gonna have to build drag and drop card mechanics and procedural animation with these dashed lines and everything, right? You're not going to need to worry about balance, really. You're not going to need to worry about all these other things. It's just like pure emotionally driven experiential design. And the market for it is flippin' massive. Like, there is such a bigger market for a horror game than is for the Corpsmen. And that's just the reality, you know? So, it's a very smart idea. Build a horror game, low stakes, high market, decent amount of competition, but still a very big market. And you get your name out on a game, which is the best thing you can do to try and get into the games industry if you want to join a studio. And then as well, you start building a following. And then you leverage that following to keep on building more games until you get into the genres that you really, really want to build. It's a really, really good idea. How do I build tension for that, though? A walking sim is very simple. So you need to plan out your dramatic arcs. So if we go to our Figma here, let's go to our whiteboard. This may be a flashbang. I warned you. I warned you all. FigJam does not like dark mode. Visuals and sounds. Yep, Honest Rogue has got it. So what you need to do, plot out what is the experience we want the player to have. And we will say this is high tension. Ah, super scared. And then this is low tension. Everything's kind of okay and fine. What you want to do is you start off kind of in here, and then you go up, and then you go back down after the player does some stuff, and then you go up, and then you go back down, and then you go up, and then you kind of ease down until the end. That is the basic template for your horror game. And then all you have to do is you have to map out what is event 1, right? What is the thing that happens? And then what is event 2? And what does the player do, player action, to ease the tension? Usually that's going to be running away, right? It doesn't have to be running away, but usually it is. As someone that's not a big fan of the horror genre in general, I've always wondered why there are so many horror games and movies. Just appreciate the insight into why horror games are made. Yes, I'm with you, Quantic. I'm not a big horror fan. I am wearing a shirt that is about a horror film festival that my family holds yearly. I don't like horror. Lots of people do, though. You know, it's a thing. So, figure out what's your event, and then what does the player do to calm the tension down. And then the rest is just gravy. If you've got sounds and visuals down with the gameplay structure, now all you need is a theme, right? What is the spooky thing? And honestly, you may not even need to know what the spooky thing is. You may just need to know what are the rules of the world in which this spooky thing exists. And you might say, spooky thing affects water. And so now every time there's water on the screen, tension starts to go up. And you see like a hand jut out of the water or something. And if it touches the player, they die. And the action is platforming. And they're trying to run away from water as it's like going, like, it writes itself. It's so easy. I say this having never built a horror game. So take all that with a giant grain of salt. But that's my interpretation. That's how I would go about it if I were to build one. It's just filled with horror and it's annoying. I can't hide specific tags. I really wish you could. The amount of pornography on itch is just outrageous. And there's no way to filter it out. Love psychological thrillers, though. Just that horror-themed things feel very samey to me and jump scares irritate me. I'm with you, Quantic. As soon as, like, someone dies in a film, it's why I didn't like Rogue One when everyone else loved it. As soon as the first character died, I was like, oh, okay. I know what's happening. The dramatic tension went down to 0 for me. I didn't care about anything that happened in the rest of the movie. Think of a scary monster, then tease it every once in a while. Yeah, absolutely. I should build a horror game. I should just get off my high horse and just go build a darn horror game. So that I can actually understand why it is hard and stop telling everyone how easy it is. To be real, making anything is very difficult, and getting something all the way built is incredibly difficult. I don't want to trivialize any of this. Games are the most complicated art form in existence right now. It is not going to be just an easy, you know, ride by. But comparatively, I believe it will be an easier route. All right. Cool. We got a little raccoon tail. Once again, the tail chopped off right in the middle. Sloppy taxidermy right there. No reason for a cut to be made there. You die when the monster catches you. Yeah. It's easier than other game genres, but you're right, it is still hard. Yeah. I think a key for horror games is not showing off whatever scary thing you're supposed to be scared of too often. I remember playing Resident Evil Nemesis when I was a kid and being scared, but as an adult, I'm like, oh, okay. 1 and 2, though, were still scary many years later, though. Yeah. So, Steven Spielberg talked about that in an interview when he was discussing Jaws. You know, the shark movie. The Jaws puppet was laughably bad. But they leveraged that and said, we'll just never really have it on camera. And that made him super spooky. So hide the thing. Don't give people access to it. Our imagination is way scarier than anything you're going to put on the screen. Whoever the taxidermist was for this game needs to get sued for real. Okay, so this is an example of creature evolution. Archimedes has become more stubborn. So Archimedes played a lot of defense cards and like power cards. So now they are stubborn, which gives them access to this new tier of defensive cards. Right? Jaws literally traumatized me for life. Saw it way too young, and now I'll never go out on a boat. I hate the ocean. Yeah, that's brutal. That's hardcore, Quantic. So now we can level up these cards. We've got a lot of experience on our cards. So do we make Unyielding more expensive, but it gives double the amount of block? Or do we gain 3 counter? When attacked, deals damage to the attacker equal to token amount. So it's Thorns. This is Thorns. I really like that. We could also say, no thank you, we're going to start back over from scratch in order to try more upgrade types. So it's not just 2. There's a whole bevy of upgrade options for each card, which is just, like, it's so cool. I love so many of the systems in this thing. That monster that attacks New York and they nuke it in the end. They barely show you the monster or from below because it's too large. Yeah, Cloverfield. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They show you the little guys, right? Because those aren't the real monster. But even then, the little guys are pretty usually obscured and shaky camera and everything, right? Slorp. What do you want to learn? You have Frenzy. Deal 2 damage 3 times to a random enemy. That seems really good. What's your deck? You're kind of the bleed guy, right? And ride buys. Yeah, you're the ride buy dude. I might just go for strength. Just straight up strength on him. And then let's level up our ride buys. So this will make it a consume card, but it's free. Or gain a block. Sure, gain a block, whatever. That doesn't feel all that great to me, I'm not gonna lie. Gain 2 charge. Increases strength by the number of tokens for the next attack card play. So it's temporary strength. It's a one-time use strength. That's kind of cool. Or more expensive, but deal a lot more damage. That's more than double damage. Let's go for that. Found footage movies are very hit or miss for me. I think they're hit or miss for everyone, honestly. They're either really well done or awful. I like the original Blair Witch and Cloverfield, that's about it. Yeah. I mean, they have a tendency to make people nauseous. Or nauseated, rather. Blair Witch I liked mostly because of the marketing around it. People actually thought it was real, which is hilarious. Oh, the 90s were a simpler time, weren't they? Let's get another bite card. Upgrade defense. Ooh, make it free? Go from 2 cost to 0? Yes. Because we got Grunks, which is just full-on tanking it. We don't need retain. We're just going to be throwing all of our block on him anyways. Deal 6 damage, apply 4 bleed. Oh, and this is more of that bleed trigger. Let's do apply 4 bleed to be able to maximize on the bleed trigger somewhere else. Instinct, sure. Instinct, whatever. Let's go for an event. You come across John Gerard, the Harvester. Oh, you look just as simple as your name would imply. Hey, John, how are things? What have you been up to? Hey, Private Fox Hollow. Just some research. You're in luck. I just finished an herbal concoction, that needs to be an and, a concoction that is supposed to reinforce basic instincts. You want some? Sure. What could go wrong? We're already cobbling together monsters from different animals. Why not? Sure, Grunks. Open up. Choose a card for Grunks to learn. Okay, no pain, no gain, unplayable. When this card enters your hand, monster gains 1 strength and adds 1 pain card to your hand. Interesting. Big Brain, at the start of your turn, draw 1 more card. That's cool, in the Chihuahua. Let's go for that. That sounds great. Hey, it worked. Of course it did. Why would you ever doubt me? Sorry, you're right. Anyway, gotta run. See you around. Okay, let's go to the elite fight. Shoot. Yeah, I love that screen transition. That's rad. This is a cool monster design. Snake. I wonder if we can get monster parts from the elites and the bosses and stuff. Okay. Let's wall of flash up. And then start stacking bleed. Big Brain. Oh, that's a consume now. Shoot, I didn't notice it was consume. I mean, I guess we might as well. He's tanking anyways, and you have built-in barricade in this game. More bleed. More bleed. Shall not pass. Seems fantastic. And unyielding. Oh no, toughen. Yeah, we need to be getting you all sorts of toughen. More shall not pass. Oh, now, what are you doing here? What is this? A brain? And I'm assuming those arrows are hitting everyone? Ugh. Shall not pass. Then more bleed. Okay. Wall of flash. So that's going to upgrade at the end of the fight, which is great. And we can do the bleed trigger. So that will theoretically consume all the bleed stacks and deal damage equal to the bleed stacks, right? Bleed consumption. Bleed has been consumed to fuel another creature's action. I don't know why that's a status. Alright, whatever. I don't understand how that card works. More shall not pass. Where are we at on our threatened 8? Then ride by, sure. We gotta get some damage in. We got a lot of block on this dude. Oh, poison. Okay, okay. So you're gonna keep on poisoning us. We are in a bit of a damage race here. Let's strengthen. And then bite. Oh, we could do unyielding too. Get more experience on the card. Alright. Scratch, quick reflexes. Scratch, ride by. And toughen. Wait. Oh, poison. Oh, jeez. You're going to take a ton of damage from poison. Okay. Brutal. Let's get Wall of Flesh up. Because that apparently blocks poison. Always good to kind of verify that. You never really know where that's going to land on things. Man, you got so much armor, dude. This is kind of a character that is breaking what my build is for. More bleed? Or more damage? Why are you not taking any damage? You only have 10 health left. If I do 8, you should just, like, die. Okay, it wasn't showing it properly. Oh no, 28 poison! Crap. Darn it. bummer. I was really liking that character. They're really cool. It's a new skill. We don't really want any of these. Let's forget. We don't want any attack cards on you. Kind of polluting your deck. But we do want to upgrade Wall of Flash. Gain 3 threaten. We've got plenty of threaten. Ugh. Guess we'll do that. Brutal, dude. Let's go ahead and retreat. Yeah, it's a bummer to not get any of our monster parts or anything. These are the easy missions, man. Brutal. Let's go ahead and make a new character. Ooh, we got our some new bits in there. That's right. We got our owl bear. Let's throw in a stomper, because why not? And then one of these guys. Yeah, this is just a full-on clown suit. Polly shouldn't be. Let's call it Polly. All right. I'm so sorry for willing you into existence. Damage sounds good. Quick Reflex, always a good card. Very rare that that's sad. Peck, deal 3 damage, apply 1 vulnerable for 1 energy. That sounds good. Go for another strike. Want you to be kind of our offensive character. Join the squad. Okay. Rad. Did you see the new update for Hava? I feel like this is going to be a joke at my expense. Yeah, I saw that coming. Yep. Good to see you too, Endo. Oh, shoot. What if we go to, like, the mountains? We're gonna have easy missions here. So I'm curious why we have these different regions, and clearly there's gonna be 2 more regions that we unlock. I'm curious why, though. Okay. Ooh, we have mystery stuff. Okay. Hard head. You're gonna deal 8 damage to Archimedes. So we can just block, toughness. I guess we'll play Quick Reflex to get the experience. So I'm remembering, so this is the flow of the game, right? Like, we have our upgraded Wall of Flesh now on this character. We have Big Brain that we got in an event previous time. So it really is worth retreating for a little while. It's starting to feel a little grindy at that point, but there you go. How's your Friday going? It's going very well. How are you doing, friend? We are playing this absolutely bonkers thing, and I don't really know what to make of it other than just, like, I'm enjoying the heck out of it. This is the Corpsmen. It is Pokemon as Slay the Spire, but Frankenstein. It's weird. Work is slow on Friday, so I'm deving and watching you play Dinosaur. Nice. Very cool. But yeah, it's been a great time. Been getting a lot of good UI analysis and flow analysis and everything, and learning a lot from their UI artwork. Their presentation is really good. I will say the color palette is all a little bit muted, which is kind of rough, especially in, like, their key art. There's a lot of browns, earth tones, and stuff, but not quite enough color to really make it pop. They have some color in, like, the character's scarf that's this bright red, but it does feel kind of beigey, which makes sense given the Frankenstein theme, but also that's kind of hard to market that as this happy, upbeat thing. So they have this kind of dissonance between mechanics and theme that is kind of hampering their marketing, in my opinion. Let's toughen up. And then Unyielding. That's going to level up, so we can leave that alone. Let's get some more bleed. More dots. There we go. That's easy. Interesting on how the art can be incredible, but the tone or theme can be up. Yeah, so much needs to be considered. It's true, and it's why, like, really good artists are worth way more than just their ability to render something, right? Is their ability to create something that is consistent visually and that reinforces strategy. I mean, those are skills that go so far beyond raw artistic skill. Gain 20 block, gain 4 threaten. So more threaten, more block. Definitely going for more block. You've got plenty of threaten. I guess we'll go here. It's weird that we're getting so many elites, but now I'm remembering, like, we can get meta progression on our cards. Like, our cards are objectively better now than someone who is starting off would be, right? So I guess it makes sense. It's just this totally different mindset to get into for a game. All right, let's get big brain. And we're going to defend for you. And then we can strike. Big hits. Ooh, that bleed. None shall pass. Very brave, Sir Knight. None shall pass. I'd like to invite you to join my court of the Knight of the Round Tables. Let's... Someone got 8 health. Let's kill him. What? Why did you not take any damage there? That was weird. Grunts is being a freaking champ here. My goodness. All right, go eat him. And then toughen, unyielding. Wallow flesh. Unyielding. And then, yeah, I mean, let's do quick reflexes. Just level up the card a little bit. And then we will attack, right? No, holy crap. 44 damage? This is just a little armadillo gerbil. What the heck? Why is it doing that much damage? Ouchies. All right, this is a full offense turn. Let's go. There we go. One of them all the way dead. We're gonna Owlbear Peck. Good. Okay. You need so much block this thing. These things are dastardly. Oh, because they're at 10. They have 10 strength. Man. This is actually quite impressive. We've been able to tank through all that then. But yeah, these sound effects really need to get toned back a bunch. They need to not stack like they do, and they need to have pitch modulation, because otherwise it is way too much. So what do you want to learn? Gain 8 block, gain 15 counter, gain 3 threat. I would love to put that on the other guy. Let's just gain Ride By. I think we can swing an elite. We're doing pretty okay. Our main character is kind of hurt, but be all right. We're in ads. We're going to be right back. The microphone has been muted this whole time. Son of a biscuit. Why was it muted? Oh, heavens. Yeah, we're going full offense here. So, bleed, ride by. Oh, okay, we don't have enough. Bite. Heck. Reflexes. And we'll just stack some more of that on. Alright. It's taking a while to get damage on this guy. I was wondering why it got quiet, but wasn't actively watching. No worries. No worries. That's what everyone else was doing, too. Shall not pass. Let's just dunk him in armor. Attack, attack, attack. Oh, that vulnerable goes away at the end of the turn, so we really do need to make sure we're doing that at the very start of the turn. Okay. Then, grab this. Yeah. Alright, 46, let's grab another unyielding. Daxleon with 5 community gift subs. Thank you. Thank you, friend. My goodness. That is wildly generous of you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. We'll just do bye at this point. Yeah, that is incredibly kind of you. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, get the vulnerable on first, and then the bites. This is gonna be a long fight. Jeez. Alright, we're gonna do 48 damage here. We definitely need... There we go. There shall not pass. And then just a simple ride by. It's so much armor, man. But at least the bleed is kind of working through it. But this is gonna be a long fight if we're depending on the bleed. Unyielding is good to stack up. And the gigantified emote. Thank you.
We added 1 bits to Dexleon's power-ups redemption.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Just get those things. Yeah, I mean, I think there's not a way that we lose this fight. It's just going to be very slow. I can't really damage him faster than he applies armor. But the bleed goes through the armor. So, you know. Yeah, dude. 75. That's so much. This is a rock hitting a hard place. Attack. Strike. Bite. Shall not pass. Fight. Getting all the bleed on him. Like, he scales in armor, but he doesn't scale in damage. So as long as we can just not take damage when he attacks, we're fine. And honestly, this is a really good experience farming fight for us. This is kind of exactly what you want. You want something that is just going to give you a million turns to play all your cards and then just upgrade your whole deck. Which is my main concern with the balance of the game, is that it just... There's not a great reason to not drag things out like this, right? It's the Darkest Dungeon, Jester, and Healer party comp all over again. Like, I'm kind of not even really worrying about dealing damage to him anymore, because we just have the bleed stacks that are going to kill him. And I'm going to try and focus on getting all my cards upgraded. So other games I've seen with this mechanic have limited it. Can you get more than one level per card per fight? No, you can't, but you can still get one level per every card per fight. Like, I don't know. That seems a lot better than killing things in one play of a card, right? Like, you're really heavily incentivizing a very specific user behavior here. Like, this guy isn't scaling up in his damage pretty much at all. Certainly not faster than I'm scaling up in my defense. Because, once again, everything has native scaling on attack and dexterity. So now we have more bleed than he has health. We could just end a turn. As long as we don't take damage, we're fine. Everything's leveling up. Sure, Wall of Flash. Ooh, he has 300 block. If we didn't have bleed, I mean, this would be a complete stalemate. It would be a soft block. Need to be upgraded? Nope. Oh, this one. This one needs to be upgraded. Then I think that's everything. I think that's the whole deck. Which reminds me of my Knock on the Coffin lid runs yesterday. Complete slogs. Oh, shoot. Yeah. I think we're just going to jam through the turns as fast as I can, honestly. Just keep playing our big defense cards, and then just end the turn. And just let the bleed do its job. I mean, I'm at 200 block. He's not crunching through that anytime soon. This has turned into StarCraft. My actions per minute have got to go way higher. How fast can we slam that end turn button? And this is, once again, another time when we're really starting to feel that sound effect on the cards being just brutal on the ears. And that's why that sound design really is important. Why we gotta have that pitch modulation. We gotta have sound effects not stacking on top of each other. We're almost there. 9 health. But this is fun. I do think I'm gonna enjoy playing this on my Steam Deck a good amount and kind of farming up characters, farming up body parts. I think it's gonna be a ton of fun. This is definitely one right up there with Tenebris that I'm really looking forward to just enjoying on my own in my downtime. He has 2,000 block. And he's dead. Woo! Go team! Stack at least 10 toughness on a single creature and win 10 combats. Alright, Polly's more aggressive. There you go. Learn a new skill. Sharpen. If Grunks has not played an attack card by the end of the turn, gain 2 charge? That sounds good. What are fat cards? What does that mean? Let's go with another power card, because that's what Grunks is kind of specializing in. We can upgrade, like, freaking everything now. More block. Ooh, it costs 4. I don't know that we want that. Or more threaten. Yeah, we might just do that. Upgrade on yielding. Gain 6 blocks, 3 counter, and draw a card with retain. No, we don't want consume. We have to take the retain one. We don't want consume on any of his block cards. That's like his whole character. Is blocking. 24 block, 3 threaten, and 3 counter. Counter would be good. Or just a whole bunch of block and then weak. I mean, honestly, this dude is not going to be attacking at all. We might as well just go for that. He doesn't need strength. It's fine. We've got Bloody. Whenever Polly deals unblocked damage, apply a bleed. Yes, absolutely. That sounds awesome. Strike. Draw 2 cards. Let's do that. Let's pick Reflex. We're going to go for the Instinct. For the Peck. Extra vulnerable or extra damage? Let's go extra vulnerable. And then strike. Extra damage, but not consumed. On bite. More bleed? 6 damage, 6 bleed? Sure. Instinct, draw 4 for 2. Let's just take it up by 1. Draw 3 for 1 mana cost seems really good. And then let's get the bleed trigger. We need something with the bleed trigger. And then ride by. Let's go the top 2 cards of your draw pile and gain a block. That's not really going to be helpful. Let's just go for the more damage. Oh, goodness. Well, that went a lot better than I was expecting it to. Now, folks, I am afraid that is going to be it for me today. I'm going to have to jump off. I've got to go dad for a little while. But it has been such a joy hanging out with all of you on checking out this just wild romp of a game. I'm going to throw the link once again in chat. The Corpsmen. What an incredible time. Honest Rogue, great to have you here. Thank you for hanging out. Quantic Flux, Dex Leon, Endo, Zaft, Memphis, Pixelated. Let's see, who else? Mothman Centaur, Prodigal Son Games, Karazest, 2D Fighter, Robotech, Mochi Monster, Virite, Patrick, Code the Void. Good night. So many people. Thank you all for hanging out. Alamod and Code Code. Shoot. Code Cuber. There it is. Thank you all for hanging out. It's been such a joy. You're so very welcome, Endo. You're very welcome, Quantic. Thank you, Zach. You're very welcome. This has been great. This has been a wonderful time. We're going to keep on going with Analysis Week into next week. We've still got Lucky Tower Ultimate and at least one more beyond that, which I have yet to, oh, well, now we have Kobu the Tree Spirit. Thank you, Honest Rogue Games. We're going to add that onto our analysis week. Thank you. Very much looking forward to that. Anyways, we got a bunch. We've got one from the Steel Faith modders from Total War Warhammer, all sorts of stuff. We got a lot of stuff coming down the line. So stick around. We're going to do more UI analysis, more UX. We're going to talk more and analyze more and more great patterns across great games to learn how can we build things better. So, and then also, Kobe the Tree Spirit. Everyone should go check that out. It just barely launched. It has a free demo that you can play. Go check it out. And, you know, go buy it, get really good at it, and then tell me I suck when we play it next week. All right. Let's go ahead and raid out. Where should we raid into? Let's raid into Symbol. Symbol's a great developer, hangs out in our chat every now and again. Ex-AAA dev that is making all sorts of cool stuff in Godot. So we're going to go hang out with him, learn more about what he is building, and I hope you all have an excellent, tremendous weekend. All right. With that being said, Fox Hollow Games is a charitable enterprise helping people enter the games industry. So if you like what you saw, if you like game analysis, if you like really trying to pick things apart at a deeper level, or interviews with industry professionals, game jams. We have a game jam that we're hosting in November. All of these things, welcome home. This is the place for you, and I'm very excited for you to be here. I invite you to like, follow, subscribe, whatever platform you're on. We'll catch you next week.